So today's video is to talk specifically about the importance of textures when you are building sets and picking clothing for your avatars to wear, specifically when you're filming Machinima. I am going to use one of my favorite brands, Contraption, to show you guys today. Every avatar that you see here is wearing Contraption items. We're going to go over those here in just a second, but of all of them, which do you want to I'm sure you don't see the traditional me, right? So which one do you think it is? That's right. This is me. I am the old guy. This is Edgar. He's from Namara, episode 1 and 2. So let's take a quick look at some of the Contraption items here. This is Invictus Drasic, and everything that you see him wearing here is from Contraption. Specifically, all of these can change color with the HUD. So the purple was an option that you could have for him. The texture work, of course, is impeccable. As you can see, I love the detailing specifically on the buttons and the trim. It really helps add like a regal sort of fancy look to it, as if the character was going to dress up, which is one of the reasons why I really like it. These here are called the cyclist trousers. I put them on Edgar because they really pretty much go with anything medieval. The textures on them are amazing. This bomber jacket, you might notice from an episode of Namara, the leather, y'all. The leather on this thing. Look at this. So nice. This is Jean-Philippe. I have recently become obsessed with these arms. In fact, I had to drag this video out just another second or two because we all should take a minute to admire the textures of the arms of this outfit. I just like, they're almost distractingly cool. Like, they're really good, these textures on this specific one. This is the Shah-Turn. He's the villain in Namara. This whole outfit is I think Contraption. I know for sure the hands are. The hands are definitely Contraption. This is Ganji, or Tudojai. He's one of the love interests in the show. That gun, the pistol, the animations, all the cool stuff, the reloading. Yes, that's a clip that fell out of it because Contraption pays attention to detail like that. That is all Contraption. One of the reasons I really like this brand, in specific, this brand, Walton as a builder, is because Walton always experiments with the new thing. You can see here, like, I was checking when I was making this video. To be fair, I've made this video like 4 times because I like the brand so much, and I've been so worried I was going to mess it up. But you can see here, I've been a fan for a really, 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 really long time. And one of my favorite things in particular about this brand is that they always try the new thing. So when Mesh first came out, Walton was one of the first people to really kind of experiment with it, figure out how to optimize it, play with it, that kind of stuff. And now with PBR being the brand new thing, I really, really, really appreciate Walton taking the time to not only like use it in the builds, but also educating Second Life residents about PBR and how it can add to a scene and make an item look different, and how important lights are and all of that stuff. Because, you know, I have to make a PBR plug here because PBR is important. Look at these, for example. You see the smudges on the glass? You see when I turn my camera how the light gleams differently on the top of this item? That kind of stuff is PBR. You know, like even when I cam back and have a look at this desk here, you know, you can see the way the light hits this desk in particular too. Things look different. So that kind of stuff is really important, especially moving forward with PBR now in Second Life. So taking textures into consideration is super, super, super important when you're building your sets. And I think Contraption is a really great example, not just with items in particular, but also with clothing, how it can kind of, I don't know, like level up your scene a little bit, add just like a little bit more, a touch here and there to help make the scene actually look a lot better. So one more thing. So MACHINICON actually closes today. You can swing by and grab a copy of this awesome greenhouse sort of pavilion I'm going to show you here in just a second. But If not, be sure that you use the link in the details of this video to go check out this item and a lot of other really cool greenhouses at the Contraption store. And then you can also probably check out other cool items at another event that's happening right now that's being sponsored by Contraption. Engine Room is open. You should go check it out. There's a lot of really cool items there, and the build itself is really cool in itself. So be sure you go check it out. But let's go look at this greenhouse, and I'll show you guys how the water works there with PBR. So you can get an idea of how light can affect textures and how PBR can specifically affect textures when you're filming. So let's go have a look at that real quick. So this is it. Okay, so first, ignore the mainland nonsense, right? As I swing my camera, you're going to notice the light on the water, right? This is PBR. This is the depth that things like light create on items, which is why you can see some of that as well here. So awesome. Super awesome. You can also see a little bit of difference on the ground. Oh, especially with this light. Look at this. The way, Walton, this is so sick. The way that, look at the way the texture of the tile moves across the floor. And the shine with the way that light is. Because the way that I understand PBR is a lot of it has to do with how light shows on the texture of the object. So, gosh, man, that looks so good. Let me see if it'll do anything else before I change the EEP. Let me go outside for just a minute. You know, and this is not me doing anything fancy, right? Like, I haven't, like, AI done anything to any of this stuff. Like, you guys are watching me fumble around looking. Oh, yeah, the glass. The glass on this thing is so sick, y'all. Look. I might have to do midday. Yeah, okay. PBR glass. So, like, when you shift around on it, look at the way that the light gleams off the top of this thing. Really cool. It just adds additional realism, right? Like, obviously this build's not done yet, but there's additional realism that's added with the gleam off of the metal. You can see there's some light here on the metal and the on off the light, and especially this water. This water is sick. So anyway, Contraption's awesome, and if you didn't know about them, you should go check them out. Oh, and go to Engine Room. Make sure you go to Engine Room. SURL and website link is in the information below.